All right, so thank you all so much for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we're going to hop into 26 and 2 yoga. So for your sun salutes, come towards the top of your mat with your feet touching. I'm going to show you in periphery. Bring your hands close together at heart center, and begin as you inhale with your arms up overhead as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees and fold, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, hips over heels, back flat. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop. From here, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Spread your fingers wide, root down to all 28 knuckles, not just your wrists. Press your heels to the floor, look for your thighs. And if down dog does not work for you, take a child's pose instead, sinking onto your knees, hips to heels, forehead to floor. On your next inhale, hands on floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms with your ears lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. You can go from here directly into your down dog or child's pose, or take a vinyasa, stomach in, chin forward, lower down. Inhale, come up into your up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. So every plank can be a tabletop. Every up dog can be a baby cobra, and every down dog can be a child's pose. There's lots of options within a sun salute for everybody. Press heels down, lift hips up, spread your fingers wide. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears lift up, hinging at your hips. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Holding here for 3 slow breaths. So you want to use your dry breath against the back of the throat. Slow inhale, generating heat. Slow exhale, getting the blood flowing. Try to get heels to floor. You might need a slightly wider stance. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, look for your thighs behind you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms with ears look up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. From here, we're going to hop into 26 and 2 yoga. So bring your feet together, toes, heels touch nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles under your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Ha sound. Head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up. Lock your legs. Weight stays in your heels. Just your head drops back. No backward bending. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Suck your stomach in the whole time. Depression to abdominal wall. Contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, stomach in, eyes open, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling. Push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good. Change. Arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through the nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth like you're fogging up when you're on the ceiling. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize breath with body movements. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Most relaxed exhale so far. Letting everything go through the exhale breath. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We continue, Ardha Chandrasana with Padasthasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, and cross your thumbs. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up, out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows or knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, stomach in, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. So you want to use equal parts strength and flexibility, right? So quadriceps tight, glutes tight, weight in the heels. Hips forward, stomach in, chest up. Squeeze your palms together up to the wrists and touch both biceps to both ears. Right hip tilts forward, 2 hips in line. Left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, first back bend of the day. This is the only posture I cannot show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, palms together, lift your chest up. Yes, and bring your arms back with your ears, try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching, squeeze your palms together, push stomach, biceps forward, and then bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Go down with a flat back, hinge at your hips, hands to the floor, drop your head, and then go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back, nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasthasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll forward like a wheel, and lift your hips up. Throughout the posture, try to wrap your elbows back behind you, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Let your head hang heavy, touch your face to your shins, below your knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, come up with a flat back, just like you went in. Good, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, suck your stomach in, upper body back, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. Keep the chin and chest lifted. It's a very proud posture. We have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. push your left heel into the floor, push your right heel into the floor, and if it feels good, get a little deeper at the end, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. So notice if your hands are coming apart. Use your grip strength, squeeze your palms together up to the wrists. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back. Right hip forward, two hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your hands together, and immediately relax your head back. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your back, lift your chest, and bring your arms back. Like you're chasing your fingers along the ceiling, palms together, weight in your heels, lock your legs, push your hips forward, and then push your hands back, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down, hands to floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. So the back bends will turn on our central nervous system, and then the forward folds will tell the central nervous system that it's all good. So you'll notice usually when we do a back bending posture, the next one we do is forward folding, very much on purpose. Padasthasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees, grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. So hands to feet is meant to be a calming, cooling posture. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. You're bringing a lot of blood towards your brain while simultaneously protecting the whole front of your body, so your body knows that it's safe to relax. Pull on your heels, push your big toes down, lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull, stretch, lock your legs. Good, change, come up, arms with ears, coming up with a flat back. Nice, arms down. And you let that one go. Awkward, Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, about 6 inches, not too big of a step, insides of your feet, parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. From here, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide, and now come up maximum on your tiptoes like a ballerina. So we're starting to play with balance. Stretch up first, bend your knees, and sit down. Notice if your knees want to go in or out, keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees and hands, heels a little higher, sit down, and change. Inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze knees together, keep your toes pointing forward, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. You can stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down, and then stop when there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, drop your shoulders, re-engage your fingertips, change, slowly come up, push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, not too big of a step, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So notice if your knees want to point out or in, you want your knees and toes pointing forward, eventually knees over ankles. So you want to sit back, fold forward, sit down more, and then lift up. Lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change, inhale to come up. Keep your arms there, hips a little forward, come up all the way on your tiptoes, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. So same thing, you want your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes. Heels up, knees up, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, this is the only one where knees and toes go in different directions. Knees together, toes point forward, stomach in, slowly sit down to a count of 10 in your head. The slower you do, the better you do. Stop when there's still a gap between hips and heels, squeeze your knees together and forward, relax your face, re-engage your fingers, change, slowly come up, knees together, hips forward. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we will do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing right elbow under left elbow. Cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards the face. You can grab shoulders. You can interlock fingers, or you can have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your nose. Pull your elbows down. Bend your knees, sit down into a chair. Stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg. So this is our first one-legged balancing posture. Right? If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, lean your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down more, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Swing left arm, zoom. Under right arm, left under right. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose. You can also grab shoulders. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down first. Stay down there and bring your left leg over your right leg, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. On this side, bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle, weight back in your heel, sit a little lower, lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, second set. Swing right arm, under left arm. This is a rare moment in class where we use momentum. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back a little and bring your right leg over left leg. So one of the differences between yoga and like acrobatics or contortion or circus or gymnastics or ballet is that we in general do not use momentum. We want to use sheer strength when we're in and out of the postures, but the arms and eagle is an exception, right? You can really twist the arms really like ropes, and that'll help you sit down more. Lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. So try it on this side. Arms should be super relaxed, and then just zoom, right? You just let your arms relax into the posture. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring left leg over right leg. Good, and then slowly right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. Notice if your hands are to the right of your face. Pull your hands back to center, right shoulder down, sit down more, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Okay, let us continue. Standing head to knee, Dande Mana, Janu Shavasana. Shift your weight to your left leg. Trying to find an even part of this carpet, lock your left leg, lift your right thigh up, you can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, stomach in, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until it's exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs locked, start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, stomach in, bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Ooh, change, slowly, reverse, out. Good, shift your weight to your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, and lift your left thigh up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back, stomach in, option to stay here, or slowly start to round down, and eventually pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. If your standing leg is bending a lot, try lifting your hips up. You want your knee over your ankle rather than your big toe. If you know your right leg is locked, muscles contracting, inhale, lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. Eventually, both legs will lock. If both of your legs lock, then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, stomach in. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Everybody heel forward, hips forward, toes back. Good, change, take your time as you reverse out. Step by step, you can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or an even, Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate, don't take it too seriously. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, exhale, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Good, last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your left foot. Nice tight grip, all 10 fingers interlocked. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Notice if your foot's crossing the center line of your body. Try to keep your heel in line with your hip. Standing, leg locked. Good, change. Take your time as you come out. Good for you. Okay, that was a forward curl. Next, we do a big back bend and shoulder opener. Standing, bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Bring your right hand up, palm faces the ceiling, hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Woo, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, so you can still give yourself a high five. Reach back and pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring the body down, go slow, and the leg up. See the foot coming over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, in other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fell out like I did, I was not kicking hard enough. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Bikram always says, if you fall out, you're not kicking hard enough, which I think is harsh, because like, what if I fell out because an elephant came across my periphery, right? But in general, you want to kick as hard as you can without stopping, without intermission. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, and pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Bring your left hip forward, right arm up. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch out. Good, and charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. So if you always fall forward, kick back more. If you always fall back, maybe stretch forward more. And if you fall out to the side, pay attention to what's going on with your hips and shoulders. Try to even out the hips. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and come down, body to parallel. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Take an inhale and an exhale. Second set, right hand up, out to the right. Reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So there's plenty of good reasons to fall out of a posture, right? Like if your house was on fire, right, you'd probably be distracted and you'd probably get out of the posture, and that's okay. But what if you were in such a meditative state that you didn't notice the little distractions, right? Keep the mouth closed, soft fuzzy gaze in front of you, continuously keep kicking, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. So these balancing postures invite us into a more meditative state, because if our mind wanders, our body falls. Left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of the left foot, bring your left hip forward, right arm up. There's many ways in which the body mirrors the mind and vice versa. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, jaw relaxed, mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If you have your balance, then you come down. Otherwise, stay where you are, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Come towards the back of your mat space for Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs and lean back. This posture is all about stretching. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left foot off the floor, stretch up, and now tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. Whew. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Body down more, leg up more, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, arms back, lean back. Step your left foot forward, shift your weight to your left foot, lift your right foot off the floor, stretch up, and tilt. Charge your body forward. Try to touch something in front of you, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body, chest down, chin up, heel up, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and without using momentum, come down. So rather than like flinging yourself into the posture, just come down slow with control. Chest down, chin forward, heel up, squeeze your palms and stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, last one. Step your left foot forward, stretch up first, point your right toes and tilt. Maybe bring your right foot a little to the right hip down, spiral inner right thigh up, squeeze your palms together and stretch. Change, right foot down, good for you. Left foot back, arms down. I'm gonna continue to face you. You can come towards the top of your mat and turn so that you're on the long side of your mat. If you're on carpet, it's great. You can just practice wherever you want. Standing separate legs, stretching Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Stick your butt up like it's Friday night, not Friday afternoon. Grab your heels from behind. Roll forward and touch your head to the floor. Now, if you have a long torso, it might be easy to touch your head to the floor, right? But if you have long legs or tight hamstrings, it's pretty hard, right? So don't be afraid to take a bigger step or a smaller step. You can also grab the outsides of your feet or start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Find your edge, lift your hips up to the ceiling, press your big toes down, pull and stretch, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. We're gonna flow to triangle, Trikonasana. Turn your right foot out and take a bigger step. Make sure your heels are in line. Okay, bend your right leg and lunge. Sit as low as you can. You want your knee over your ankle, not super beyond your ankle, not to the left of your ankle. So sit down more, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and just move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the front of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow and lift your right side torso off of your right thigh. Turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. And maybe at first you can't get your thigh parallel to the floor, and that's okay. Sit as low as you can, keep your hips where they are, lean back, and move your arms. And maybe it's just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee so that you're not collapsing all the way down, right? You want a nice long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head as you look up to the ceiling. As you're ready, you're gonna push your right hip forward and down, and then bend the left knee more, reach up more, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your whole right foot, even your pinky toe, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, bring your arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, and maybe take a slightly smaller step. Standing separate leg stretching. Pivot on your heels, standing separate leg head to knee. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, Shavasana. Turn your back toes in, mom, take a bigger step. Push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down, round your spine, chin to chest, bend your front leg if you need to, take a bigger step if you need to, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. So in this posture, in the last two, right, you can always take a bigger or smaller step. Every body proportion is different, right? The length of your torso in comparison to your legs is different from mine, so don't be afraid to take a slightly bigger or smaller step if it helps you bring your knee and head closer together. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl. So if you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up last. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. I don't know about you, but my heels always crisscross in transition, so uncross your feet, turn your back toes in, and then you can move your right hip forward until your hips, heels, and shoulders are in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your front leg if you need to, touch your knee and head together. So this is a compression posture. Touching the forehead and knee together might sound kind of arbitrary. I actually think it's a miracle. When you touch your knee and head together, you round your entire upper body over half of your lower body,
all of your vertebrae over one femur bone. True extension to the spine, true compression to the abdominal wall. Push your forehead into your knee first, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down. Wonderful, we'll do that sequence again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step for stretching pose. If your forehead touched the floor first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Going down with a flat back, hinge at your hips. Grab your heels from behind. If you can, grab your heels or your feet, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, shoulders up to the ceiling, lift your shoulders, stomach in, and then roll forward. Pull and stretch, take a bigger step if you need to, roll forward more if you need to, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up with a flat back, hinging at your hips, just like you went in. Good, second set triangle, turn your right foot out. Take your time, take a wider step. Another trick, you can turn your left toes in and push your left hip forward if that helps you sit down. Bend your right leg and lunge. Eventually, right leg makes an upside down L. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Now, do notice if your knee or ankle is twisting in, you want to root down through your left foot, even your pinky toe. Look up towards the ceiling, lift left shoulder up, stretch right arm down. So you want to feel this active stretching across your chest, right? Left arm up, right arm down, left hip up, torso up, turn, left hip down, turn, twist upper body back, left, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change, it's a lot of lefts. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Okay, bend your left leg and lunge. Notice if your knee wants to go to the right of your ankle, you want to keep your knee tracking with your ankle. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. So try to keep the left side waistband off of the left thigh. Simultaneously drop right thigh down and reach right shoulder up. Look up, bring your left ear forward, right ear back, right shoulder up, touch shoulder and chin together, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, arms up, only thumbs cross. Take a slightly smaller step if you need to, pivot on your heels, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Jani Shavasana. Turn back toes in, push left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So in the 60-minute version of this class, we go fast, right? Especially some of the transitions. I don't give you like full cues. The head to knee poses are ones where I want you to take your time going in and out of them. Anytime we round our spine, you want to move slowly, right? Especially if you have a history of slip discs. Just be mindful anytime you're rounding your back this much. Tuck your chin to your chest. Walk your fingers forward. Try to balance hands together. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl as if you're dragging your forehead up your thigh or chest. Arms with ears, head up last. Good, pivot to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn back toes in. Make sure you have at least a yardstick between your feet. Push your right hip forward, forward, forward. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So from a physical level, it's safe to go slow in this posture, but from a mental level, this is usually the part in class where our mind starts to wander, and so then our body kind of starts to like pick up the pace. Head to knee pose, I think, is brilliantly placed in this sequence as a call to slow down again, right? There's really no rush. Bend your left leg, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Slowly uncurl. The slower you do, the better you do. You're building strength, balance, control, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat space. We'll flow tree to toe. Lock your left leg to Tadasana and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up. Option to stay here or flow to toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor 4 feet in front of you. It helps with balance. Don't move your eyes and start to fold forward. Hands to floor. You can walk your hands forward, lean forward like you're going to do a handstand. Lift your left heel. Lean forward as you bend your knee and sit. So when you're sitting down, the weight should be in your arms, not your knee. From here, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Point your right toes, right hip forward, right knee down. Left hand, right hand. Elbows down, spine straight. Come a half inch off your heel. Good. It's my favorite posture to fall out of. When you're ready, if you're having a breakthrough, stay where you are. Otherwise, you can come up on 2 feet or straighten your standing leg and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change right leg down, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. And this side might feel a little or a lot different, and that's okay. Bring your left hand up, and if you can balance right hand, but if you're like me and your foot falls, just hold on to your foot with your hand. As long as you're not forcing your knee, it's okay to hold on to your foot. You can stay here or float a toe stand. Stomach in, fold forward. If you've been coming for a while, try to go down with a flat back, hinging at your hips, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee and sit. So it helps with balance to focus on one unmoving spot on the floor, but keep your chin away from your chest. The eyes are moving, not the head. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Wonderful, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, close to your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed. Breathing normal. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. Breathing in. And breathing out. You know, this cabin that we're staying at has this gorgeous ceiling. And last night I was thinking about, at my church once, I'd been going to my church for like a year, and this little kid during like children's time, we were like talking about the church, and the little kid was like, I love the ceiling. And I looked up and I never looked at the ceiling of my church, and it was like a beautiful ceiling. And I was like, wow, I've never thought to look up. Same thing last night. My dad was like, look at the ceiling. I was like, oh my God, right? And you know, I was thinking in yoga, one of the things I really love is from your very first class, you appreciate the ceiling, you appreciate the floor, the front of the room, the back of the room, right and left, every angle, right? Not only do we get a 360 view of ourselves, but we get a 360 view of our surroundings as well. So you never have that moment of, you know, a year into practice where somebody's like, look at the ceiling, right? Because you've done that from day one. Padasthasana, when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, and pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out and down. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down hard. Change, left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good. Change, arms down and eyes open. And presumably the reason why this little girl had noticed the ceiling, right, is because she's short. So when she was looking at her parents, she was looking up, right? So she would notice the ceiling beyond her family or beyond the adults she was looking at. As adults especially, like, you know, of course we lose our childlike wonder, right? But part of it, I think, is literally our perspective changes when things are built to be kind of our height, right? We don't have to look too far up or too far down most of the time. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out and down. But again, yoga gives us this appreciation for like all angles of our body and all different perspectives on, you know, not just our inner world, but our outer world as well. Look down the center line of your body and pull. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Try to keep your right shoulder, right hip, and right calf on the floor. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top, give yourself another big hug. So this posture is good for digestion. You're purposely putting pressure on your lower abdomen. It's good for slowly relaxing the back to the floor. And it's a nice way to give yourself a hug every day, right? Squeeze tight, hold still, breathe. And change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach, no problem. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Okay, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% spine strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent and make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail, feet together. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Arms down, heels open. Oh man, so I have this big bruise on my thigh right now. And honestly, one of the things that I kind of enjoy when I have like a bruise or a scrape is it makes you appreciate like how much you use that part of your body. Like I'm like, wow, my thigh really hurts right now just lying on the floor, right? I wouldn't necessarily think of that normally. So I hope even on kind of hard days in your yoga practice, it's a perspective on like, wow, how very much of our body is working in all of these postures. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. There's nothing worse than practicing yoga when you have a sliver in your foot. I've done it before. It made me very appreciative for my feet. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, push your feet and hips down. Make sure hands are flat, not cupping, and then lift your chest. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your left, right here on your mat, arms down, heels out, breathe. Locust, Shavasana, everybody's favorite posture. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, right, left, one day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come over the top of your head, stretch your big toe back, lift your thigh, change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Imagine you're drawing a line up the back wall, use your big toe. This is great practice for the legs and balancing stick without having to balance, body down, heel up. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and knock down. Bring your arms maybe a little closer underneath you or micro bend your elbows so that your shoulders press to the floor rather than your chest. So you want to actually round the upper spine, stretch the shoulder blades apart, shoulders down, mouth down, triceps tight, feet together, lock your legs, and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it. Stroke a little harder, don't give up, knock down, shoulders down, roll forward, press your fingertips down, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down, arms out, look to the right. So for my flexi folks, sometimes we want to use flexibility rather than strength in this one. I'm right there with you. Notice if you're pushing your wrists and your elbows down, and instead try to press your shoulders and knuckles down. Second set, chin forward, arms straight. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you. So practice pushing your knuckles down rather than your wrists, shoulders down rather than elbows. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. And one leg is really good practice for two legs. See how high you can lift one thigh? Anatomically, this is how high you can lift both at once. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So for a lot of us, we can do the one-legged part like okay, right? And then when it gets to two legs, it feels like nothing is happening. That's really normal. Just keep trying. Lift your thigh, change. Keep that image in your mind of the legs lifting up super high. Mouth down, micro bend the elbows, root down to the palms rather than the wrists, shoulders rather than elbows, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. So you want to use your hips and forearms for leverage, right? Roll forward, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left, and take a deep breath. Chin forward, Purna Shavasana, full locust, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Very nice. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body nose to follow. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Now lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, breathing in, and breathing out. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Everything lifting up, get your thighs off the floor, push your lower stomach down, hips on the floor, and then stretch your arms apart. Look up towards the ceiling, nice opening through the chest, feet together, lock your legs, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, and take a breath. Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs. See if you can grab your feet or one foot from the outside. Thumbs outside, pardon me, all 3 fingers outside just below the toes. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, squeeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, feel the backs of your ribs fall. So it's a nice reminder, our body, but especially our ribs are 3D. Sometimes we only think of them from the front, right? Because that's what we can see in the mirror, but you have backs of the ribs too, and they work just as hard. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, another perspective shift that yoga offers us. Grab your feet or one foot from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up and kick into your hands. So this is a nice back bend, a nice chest and shoulder opener. It's good for digestion as you freeze between your ribs and your hips. Try to get thighs off the floor, knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, breathing in, and emptying out. Bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. Start in tabletop, open your knees and feet. And as you're ready, slowly sink your hips down to the floor. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. Eventually, hips sit down between the heels. If you can sit between your heels with knees on the floor and you're not in any pain, then put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, it's good. Head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, hips, and thighs, but never a point of pain. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. As we come out of the posture, we release that pressure tourniquet effect from the lower body so that fresh blood rushes into the toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Now, if you hold your breath in your practice, then your blood isn't very oxygenated, right? And that's how we get lactic acid buildup. So make sure that you're breathing, even in the more difficult postures, so that the blood circulating through your body is highly oxygenated. You can always skip the sit-ups by rolling off to the side, otherwise legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat, second set. If first set was tough, try opening your knees wider. If first set was easy, bring your knees together, keep your feet apart. Slowly walk your hands back, sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Send a deep breath into a part of your body that could use a little extra love right now. Change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Shavasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat for half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. You're welcome to put one or both hands on the floor to help you in, otherwise forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Try to keep elbows and wrists off the floor, palms together in prayer. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. You're welcome to put your hands on the floor and push yourself up. Otherwise, change, arms to your ears, feet and knees together. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Remember that if the sit-ups ever bother your back, you are welcome to skip the sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Everything we do in class is optional, except breathing, right? As long as you're breathing, you're doing great. So you're welcome to roll off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the back of your mat towel. Second set, segundo base, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Can you press your palms together up to the wrist? Ooh, it's so hard, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change, come up, arms with ears, nice, arms down, turn around, Shavasana. The next two postures are our deepest back bend followed by our deepest forward curl. So on purpose, we're gonna wake up our central nervous system and then we're gonna calm it back down. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the top of your mat for Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands at your waistband spine, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, lift your nose, lift your chin, and eventually let your head drop back. Option to stay here, or keep your hands on your back and go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So if this posture makes you feel like dizzy, nauseous, lightheaded, maybe like weepy, like some sort of sensation or like emotional surge, emotional surge comes up, that's very normal, right? We're just literally stimulating our central nervous system, but in a good way, right? We're stretching this big bundle of nerves in our stomach, the solar plex nerve system. It wants to be stretched, right? It's good to stretch it out, but it feels a little bit intense when we're in it. So all to say, if first set made you feel some kind of way, that's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with you. If nobody's told you this yet today, there's nothing wrong with you, but there's also nothing wrong with you doing second set. So go ahead and let's do it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come to the top of your mat, second set. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back. Maybe try bringing elbows closer together behind you. Push your hips forward. Keep your eyes open and work at your own rate. You can keep your hands at your back the whole time. One day, go back halfway. Eventually, or in the future, grab your heels. Push your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Drop your head back. If you're having trouble grabbing your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's safer than letting your hands dangle. Hips forward, chest up, head back, breathe. Good. Change. Put your hands on your back. Push yourself up. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. So that was our deepest back bend. We exposed the front of our body where all of our organs are. That wakes up our body. Next, we're going to do a deep forward curl rabbit pose where we're going to tell our body, like, look, I'm protecting the front of my body, right? It's a calming, cooling posture. on purpose. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Middle of your mat and towel. Savasana, rabbit pose, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears, and grab your heels. Can you tell them I can't cancel it? Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. If you are like me and you have a long torso, short arms, a big butt, or all three, you might not be able to grab your heels at first. Bring forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Once your head is on the floor, now reach back and grab your heels. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up, last, good, turn around, Shavasana. You might find that your back moves easier in one direction than the other. Mine certainly does. That is something to notice, but not to favor. The postures that are the hardest are usually the ones that our bodies need the most. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, second set, rabbit. Let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Padasthasana, good, turn around, Savasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. It's the home stretch. We're gonna do one set of head to knee with stretching. Right leg out, left leg all the way in. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch out. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your right leg if you need to, touch your knee and head together. Practice the grip for standing head to knee. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, flex your toes back to your face, suck your stomach in, bend your elbows down to open shoulder blade scapula, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, no wider, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Bend your left leg as much as you need, touch your knee and head together. Flex your toes back towards your face to stretch the Achilles, bend your elbows in and down. Slowly heel forward more, slowly flex toes back more, elbows down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. I'm gonna show you from the side. If you're skipping sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Padasthasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Now in stretching pose, rather than rounding our spine to compress our stomach, we want to stretch our spine to stretch our stomach. So both sides of your torso stay nice and long. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. Slowly over time, you're going to scoot your butt back. One day legs straight, one day legs lock, and then fold forward. Stick your butt out and roll your shoulders back as you go down. Stomach to thighs, pull. Chest to knees, stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, stay seated. We're gonna go into spine twist. Take a moment, identify left, identify right. Here we go. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right hand, close behind you. Left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel, and knee all touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over right shoulder and twist. Good. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also wrap it around and try to grab left thigh with right hand for a half bind. Keep your right foot on the floor. Point your left toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over right shoulder, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee corner. You're welcome to have your right leg straight out in front of you as well. Place your left hand close behind you, right arm up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand, heel, and knee all touch. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over left shoulder and twist. You keep your hand behind you or do the half bind, keep spine straight. Chest up, rib cage open, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist, and twist, and twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Shavasana. We started with a breathing exercise, exhaling through the mouth, and we end full circle, exhaling through the mouth, Balavati breathing. Legs together, arms over your head, skull shining breathing. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. So it's called skull shining breathing. Even though you're exhaling through your mouth, imagine that your exhale shines the top of your noggin. Sit well, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. You're gonna exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your stomach in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. It's pretty cool. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't take it too seriously. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, and away we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs, and take a breath. So I'm in Eastern Washington right now, the other Washington, and it's this whole class. It's been alternating between snowing and raining, which I know DC got earlier this week too. And it's fascinating, right? Because the difference between snow and rain is the difference of a couple degrees, right? Like it's really subtle, but it's really profound. It's the difference between a snowstorm and a rainstorm, right? It's the difference between a snow day, right, and another work day. And I think that difference in degrees is profound in our yoga practice as well. Sometimes when a teacher is like, turn your foot out a ½ inch more, you're like, who cares, right? But that difference in degree can actually be the difference between like a safe hip position or a dangerous one, right? So you're just paying attention. The way that we pay attention to the difference between snow or rain, right? They both have their positives and negatives. So you're paying a little bit of attention to those small parts of your practice. And then, right, you get to appreciate the ceiling a little bit more. Take a slow inhale. Slow exhale, and picture yourself in perfect, radiant health. Thank you, friends, for joining. It is